So a video about setting up the Makita ls1019l. This is my second saw. The first one I got, which I sent back, faces of these two fences here completely out of alignment, not adjustable. And the point where the peg goes into the saw, you can tighten it up, but that point is determined by that dowel. It's adjustable here, which you can make that bit flat, but this one is much better. But a quick video on basically how to adjust this saw from factory, as I watched all of the videos before I got this. People were having a few problems with setting up the 90 degree, and that's mainly down to the plate here. You can adjust these screws, and I leave it tightened up. Just knock the saw over gently, tighten the screws back up. Somebody complained that there is then there's movement in the sort of detent bits here. If you get that problem, what you need to do is move the plate forwards, so that the pin in the bottom here actually goes further into these slots, and that eradicates that problem. And the other problem, people were complaining that these are not parallel, so that when the saw is square back here, but when pulled out here, it's no longer square. You can actually adjust that with these Allen bolts here. If you undo those and basically tweak these bars here, you can play with that part. Other than that, the only other thing I've had a problem with is the extraction hose. Now the first saw I got, bearing in mind this is the 240 one, the first saw I got, this didn't exist, and there was an outlet here which actually pivots, which I thought was brilliant, because obviously you haven't got the hoover stuck up in the air here. I did actually get in touch with Makita, and I expressed my concern about it possibly being off the battery operated saw instead of this one, and they told me that that wasn't the case and they've actually changed it. Well, I think this design is worse, but I think I'm going to order myself one of the correct, well, what I think is the correct part, and have the nozzle down here instead of out the top. I just think it's more practical for me. Any other adjustments that can be made? This is all adjustable. It says in the manual anyway, but you can adjust that from the Allen bolts. And if you buy the stand, which I did, I made this adjustment. You don't have to put the sticker on it, but basically people were complaining that the stand's wheels were hard plastic and too close together. They actually come out around here, so I've put that on instead. It cost me about 20 quid. And I've made two boxes to just put pencils and what have you in. They actually sit in the little rails in there, which is quite handy. Other than that, I think that people are using the stand the wrong way round. I personally have my timber go up to a stop on this side and then end up cutting it off the bit that I'm holding because I'm right-handed. And if you use it that way, you get more material onto the supports there. The supports aren't long enough, not for this saw anyway, but it's definitely worth having. The stand's brilliant, and I bought a £10 bike lock, which I've attached to the leg, just to lock the saw up when it's on site. Other than that, I think it's absolutely fantastic, brilliant quality. It's lovely to use, absolutely lovely, and I'm sure it'll last me many years.